Hello everyone and welcome to a game called Blizzard. This was made by the same guy who made Baths and is a horror visual novel I'm excited to play. Let's go ahead and start. It's pretty short, but it looked pretty and horrific. So, pretty horrific. There we go. Yeah. I grimace and shake my head as I leave the store. Yeah. If only the cashier opened his mouth when he talked, I could have understood his English. Instead, I just feel like an idiot. I got transferred to America for my job a year ago. I didn't want to come, but Aoki, my wife, convinced me. It'll be good for you, and good for the kids. Think of their future, she said. So despite not knowing any English, we packed our bags. Oyuki has friends. My kids have friends. They all fit in just fine. But no matter what I do, I feel so alone. This year's Christmas party for work wasn't any better than last year's. At the beginning, everyone was polite and tried to make small talk. I've been studying English really hard this past year, but it didn't matter. Whenever I went to speak, my brain froze. By the end of the party, I was by myself at my table, staring into the void. I stand in the middle of the sidewalk with my beer and stare up into the ash-gray sky. The snow stings my eyes. A forecast calls for a blizzard today, so I better hurry home. I shiver and walk down the street back to my apartment. I already know the streets, like the back of my hand. I take the shortcut by my kid's school. The snow picks up, so I run the rest of the way home. Running in the snow? That sounds pretty dangerous, man. You gotta be careful. I'm home! Ah! As I step into the living room, Oyoki raises her head from her knitting to acknowledge me. Welcome home, dear. How was the party? It was the same as last year. I try to understand her in English, but still reeling from earlier, I can only muster a reply in Japanese. Not fun. I'm sorry? How come? I go to answer, but Yoyoki's already gone back to her knitting. Things didn't used to be like this. With a sigh, I walk into the living room and head into the kitchen. I open my fridge and deposit my beer on the top shelf. I stand there, letting the cold air from the refrigerator wash over me. Do I? Don't I? Screw it. I tear open the case of beer and head back into the living room, can in hand. Wait, are you drinking? Didn't you have enough at the party? Don't look at me like that. You made me move to America. I knew Aoki would be unhappy. But she can't and get over it. I only drink when it snows. I chug the beer and make my way back to the kitchen. I toss the can in the recycling before pulling another can out of the refrigerator. Why are you speaking English? Aren't we Japanese? Aoki sighs and puts her knitting down on the table. Minokinchi, we talked about this. I sip my beer and glare. This move has been hard on us all, but we have to show the kids we're trying to fit in. That doesn't matter. We're Japanese. Japanese people should speak Japanese. Please, Minokichi, keep it down. The children are already asleep. I sit on the couch and stare into the void of the hallway. I have had enough of this place. Tomorrow, I'm going to turn in my registration, tell my boss, freak America, go back to Japan and be happy. It's for our kids' futures, yeah. I head out of the hallway to our children's bedroom. Aoki rushes after me. Wake up! I want to talk to you guys about something. Hey! Hey, Minokichi, please! I have tried all night to get them to sleep. Please come back here and sit with me. Aoki drags me back into the living room and sits me on the couch. Look at what I'm sewing for the kids. Isn't it pretty? What is it for? For Christmas. Won't they look adorable wearing these socks on the Christmas morning? I stare at Oyuki for the first time since we moved here. I remember how beautiful she is. The lamplight dances across her flawless pale skin. Tell her your secret or continue staring. Let's continue staring into those beautiful, moveless eyes. I continue to stare, but say nothing. What's wrong, Minokichi? It's nothing. Come on, you can tell me anything. It's just... Are you happy here? Oyuki pauses to think about it. Why wouldn't I be? I got friends. I got the kids. And I've got you. My heart breaks. I feel the tears begin to well up. Oyuki, I know that I promised I would do my best here, but I'm not happy. Minokichi, if you're that miserable, we don't have to stay here. As far as I'm concerned, you kept your word. You did your best, and it didn't work out. That happens. It's okay. Oh, Yuki. I break down in her arms and she strokes my hair. The sun rises on a new day. I quit my job and the next day I take my family back to Japan. I don't know what the future holds, but as long as Yuki is by my side, I'm sure everything will be okay. Oh wow, that was a good ending. I thought this was a horror game, but okay. I thought this was a horror game from the pictures, but maybe not. It just seemed like a wholesome thing. The wife was way more supported than I expected her to be, so that was very nice. It's very nice to see that amount of support for her husband. Let's tell her your secret now. Hey, Oyuki? I never told you what happened to my brother, did I? He was killed by a thing. You remind me of it, sitting there. It was as beautiful as you are now. Did you kill my brother, Oyuki? Oyuki stopped sewing. Tell me more. I'm scared. This came out of nowhere. Oyuki laughs. You can't even tell your own wife? Alright. My brother and I, we went hiking in the woods near our house. We went there a lot, but on the way down the mountain that day, we got hit by a blizzard out of nowhere. Okay, so this kind of comes out of nowhere. This sort of random family trauma. I wish there was like a build up for it to happen. I maybe he was like in America, this was always on his mind, and he just like finally worked up to say it, but like there was no like you know, this you know, I don't even know how you would build up to this backstory here. So what am I even saying? Maybe this was just the one thing that was bothering him, instead of like the fact that he was in America. Maybe that also like deterred him too, but like I just want to say that because like this comes out of nowhere. Okay, we were hiking in the woods near my house, our house. We went there, but on the way down the mountain that day, we got hit by a blizzard out of nowhere. We couldn't see anything, but we found an old abandoned farmhouse and took shelter there. The storm kept going and going, so eventually we both drifted off. I wake up and see this monster, this beautiful monster, leaning over my brother, blowing white mist in his face. She comes to me, but I'm too scared to scream or say anything, right? She stares at me for a while and then smiles. I get chills just thinking about it. I'll never forget what she said to me. She said, "You are a pretty boy, Minokichi, and I will not hurt you now." Wow, okay. I guess being this good looking has its benefits, huh? But if you ever tell anybody, even your own mother, about what you have seen this night, I shall know it, and then I will kill you. Remember what I said. I wake up the next day and my brother's dead. I still don't know if what I saw was a dream or not, but I have never told anyone about it. I told you then that I would kill you if you said one word about it. Whoa! I knew it! Oh, Yuki was she's the guy who, she killed her brother! Run! I stare at my wife. I gasp. She doesn't flinch. I start to laugh. That's a good one, Yuki. Oh, you had me going there for a second. All of a sudden, the temperature in the room drops. My teeth begin shattering so hard that I think they'll break. Ah! You! In Yoyoki's place stands the monster that killed my brother. It steps towards me. You think you were safe coming here? I frantically I didn't even want to come here. I didn't want to go to America. You wanted this. I frantically look around the room, trying to find a way out. It's blocked my path. I remember our children asleep in their bedroom. What about our kids? They deserve better than a good-for-nothing drunk like you. I should have killed you tonight, and I killed your brother, you piece of crap. Damn, okay. The monster screams at me, but her voice is as thin as the wind. Please, I love you. The monster stops. You didn't keep your word to me, but I will keep my word to you. Help me. Goodbye, Minokichi. She bends over me. Her icy cold hand grabs my face as her lips part, bringing her face to mine. I accept her kiss. My lungs fill with ice, freezing me from the inside out. As I remember the good times Aoki and I had together, everything goes dark. Wow. You can't even tell your own monster your deepest, darkest secrets about themselves, or they will kill you. Maybe she just didn't want to be reminded of who she used to be. But then again, you know, maybe it's a better ending that you find out that you're dating your brother's killer and then just die. Or you go back home all fine, living with the monster who killed your brother, posing as your wife forever. I don't know what's worse. What's worse? I don't know. Just, let me know in the comments which one you would prefer, I guess. Living or dying. Like, literally living with your brother's killer forever, or, for the rest of your life, or dying. You just die. That's an interesting query, honestly, that they bring out in this one. So, anyway, that was a short little visual novel called Blizzard. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out. Goodbye.